At the beginning of the story, we are shown the capital of Argentina, Buenos Aires, where there is high security everywhere. We see barbed wires, cameras all around, and through these cameras, a boy passes by. His name is Ken. In front of him, there's an SUV. He quietly walks past it, but stops after a few steps. Actually, he's a thief. He goes back to the SUV, opens the door, and gets inside. Ken doesn't want to steal the car itself, but the valuable things inside it. First, he removes the music system, then takes other expensive items from the dashboard and keeps them with him. After that, he even urinates on the back seat for no reason at all. Once he's done, he tries to open the car door to leave. The door doesn't open. He thinks he'll manage it easily, but even after trying hard, it doesn't open. Still confident, Ken tries the other door, but that's locked too. Now he's a little worried. He thinks he can break the front windshield and get out, so he starts kicking it repeatedly, but the glass doesn't break. He then takes the tire iron and strikes the glass many times. Still nothing happens. When he tries to remove the plastic panel of the door lock, his hand gets cut. Now both his hand and leg are injured and he's getting desperate. He moves to the back seat where he had peed, takes out a gun from his bag, and shoots at the front glass, but the bullet bounces back and hits his leg. That's when we realize the car's windows are bulletproof. Ken's leg is bleeding badly. He ties his t-shirt around it. Suddenly, he sees a girl outside. He yells for help, but she doesn't hear him. She comes close, takes out lipstick, uses the car's side mirror to put it on, and then walks away. Ken screams louder, but she can't hear him because the car is soundproof. From inside, you can see out. But from outside, no one can see in. Now Ken is completely trapped. He tries to call his wife, but his phone dies because the battery is almost gone. He's thirsty and drinks all the Pepsi he has. As the day passes, night falls. He gets more dehydrated and even licks the condensation off the window for moisture. The next morning, he reattaches the music system and plays music to calm himself. After a while, the music stops automatically. He receives a call from me. It's Dr. Andrick, the owner of the car. Dr. Andrick tells him, "This is my car. I've installed a lot of security systems in it. I call them 4x4. No one can see or hear you from outside. The car is fully bulletproof. There's only one way out, through the fuel tank below. But if you try, I'll blow up the car because I've attached explosives there." The doctor also talks about his life. His wife is dead, he lives with his grandchild, and he's suffering from a fatal disease. He only has a few months left to live. But Ken doesn't care and threatens the doctor instead. Dr. Andrick, being somewhat psychotic, ignores the threats. Ken says it's getting too hot inside. Suddenly, the AC turns on automatically, making the car freezing cold. The temperature drops drastically. Ken starts shivering, puts his t-shirt back on, but it's useless. His lips turn blue. He's suffering from hypothermia. His leg wound also gets infected. Just before he freezes to death, Dr. Andrick turns the AC off. Then a police officer appears near the car. Ken yells for help, but again, the cop can't hear or see him. The car is parked in a no parking zone, so the cop just leaves a ticket on the windshield and walks away. Ken loses all hope. Soon, another thief comes and tries to open the car, but people nearby notice him and chase him away. The police arrive, but no one realizes someone is trapped inside. Ken gets another call from Dr. Andrick. The doctor asks him about his life. Ken explains that he doesn't believe in society's rules. The rich crush the poor, so he steals to fight back. His father and grandfather were thieves too. The doctor seems impressed and tells him there's a pipe behind the seat that carries cleaning water. Ken drinks it even though it contains chemicals because he's dying of thirst. Days pass. Ken becomes mentally and physically weak. To distract himself, he starts drawing the car's interior design on paper, then eats the paper out of hunger. Eventually, he drinks his own urine to survive. Dr. Andrick calls again and says, "I went to your house. I met your wife and child. I told them you won $1 million in a lottery. I gave them $100,000 so they could buy a new house. They've moved." Ken is heartbroken. The doctor has reached his family too. He recharges his phone battery using solar light from the dashboard and calls his wife, but she doesn't answer. He leaves her a voice message. Later, he keeps pressing the car's start button. Suddenly, the car starts in reverse gear. He crashes into a wall. The airbags deploy, but he's safe. The rear glass breaks, and he finally crawls out. He drags himself to a nearby cafe, grabs food, and starts eating. A security guard comes and asks him to pay, but Ken has no money. He pulls out his gun and shoots the guard, and then suddenly wakes up. It was all a dream. He's still trapped in the car, weaker than ever. He tries to kill himself with the gun, but it's empty. The doctor calls again, and suddenly, the car's lights turn on. The doctor himself is now standing there. He enters the car. He tells Ken, "I've been robbed 28 times. That's why I built this car, to trap thieves like you. And now you're caught. You won't leave alive." But when the doctor calls someone on his phone, Ken gets a chance. He grabs the gun and shoots him. He crawls out, but the doctor is only grazed, not dead. He beats Ken and drags him back to the car. Just then, the police arrive, having heard the gunshots. They tell the doctor to stop. The doctor points the gun at Ken and says, "He's a thief. He tried to steal my car and shot me. I'll deal with him myself." The police and crowd argue. Some support the doctor, others want him to let Ken go. A retired officer named MD steps in and tries to calm the doctor, telling him he's an educated man and shouldn't take the law into his own hands. The doctor finally agrees and releases Ken. Ken crawls to the police car. The doctor sits back in his own SUV, opens his phone, starts a timer, and a moment later, there's a huge explosion. The SUV blows up. The doctor is dead. Ken, shocked and exhausted, is taken to the hospital. He's treated and then arrested for all his crimes. People discuss the doctor. Some call him a brave man who believed in justice. Others say it's a lesson to the government to improve law enforcement and stop crime in the city. Ken will now face trial and punishment for everything he's done. And with this, the story and the movie ends. Question at the end: why do you think the doctor killed himself? Why did he do all this?